I have a real problem. I am addicted to Sonic Frontiers on the Steam Deck. I need help. So I think it's the understatement of the millennia to say that the Sonic games have been hit and miss for the past few years. Games like Sonic Forces, we tried just to forget about. So when Sonic Frontiers was announced and we saw some gameplay of it, there was a lot of skepticism around the game and a lot of fans didn't know what to expect. It looked like in a lot of ways it was trying to rip off the concept of games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, even though Sega came out and said, no, it's actually nothing like Breath of the Wild at all. And when you actually sit down and play this game, you realize that it's something unique, and to be honest with you, I'm absolutely addicted to Sonic Frontiers.
Are you really still playing that?
Now, I went ahead and purchased the Steam version of the game because I wanted to be able to play it on my Steam Deck. And I wanted to be able to play it multiple different ways. If I wanted to play it at the highest resolution, at the greatest frame rate, I have my PC. I can play it on Steam on my PC in all its glory, 4K, 60 frames per second, all the shading and textures at the highest quality possible. But if I also wanted to play it in bed or on the go, I have my Steam Deck available. And to be honest with you, I've been playing it more on my Steam Deck than actually on my PC, because playing the game on my Steam Deck, I am getting a locked 30 frames per second. The gameplay is very, very well, and I can also have the option to dock my Steam Deck to play the game if I want to play it on a larger TV in any of the rooms that I see fit. So for me as a gamer, the option to play this game 3 different ways, however I choose to play at that time, was more enticing to me than rather get it on the Xbox or the PlayStation 5, because I can literally just play this thing anywhere. If I want to play it on my PC, I can play it on my PC. If I want to play it on a TV or in handheld mode, I have those options. Now, what really surprised me was how well this thing runs on the Steam Deck. Now, I did kind of have to fiddle with the settings a lot, and it is kind of like a trial and error in order to get the game to run as smooth as I want it to run. If you fiddle with it enough, you can probably get this thing up at a 40 to 45 or even a 60 frame rate per second. However, I decided I wanted a lock 30 so I can still have a pretty good visual as well as a constant steady frame rate, and I've been playing it constantly with these settings and it works great. It absolutely looks fantastic, it runs great, and I'm just really enjoying the game. Now, when it comes to Sonic Frontiers, I didn't know what to expect when I got this game, because we've been burned so many times by Sonic games in the past. What was Sonic Frontiers going to bring? And I have to be honest with you, I'm absolutely addicted to this game. I have not had this much fun playing a Sonic game since Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast years ago. And for me, I don't think we had a good Sonic game since Sonic Adventures. This game makes me feel the way I felt when I was playing Sonic Adventures. Like, it feels like this is the way Sonic should have been presented this entire time. And I hope that Sega and the Sonic team realize what they have done here and expand on this in the future instead of just scrapping it and trying something different next time. Keep this formula, expand on it. When you first jump into this game, it is absolutely overwhelming. There is so many things going on this world map that you really don't have an idea what's going on. Like, you're collecting this item and you're collecting this item and you're going over here and you're finding this hidden pathway, and then this thing opens up the map, and there's so much going on and so much thrown at you as a player right away. It gets very overwhelming. But if you just keep at it and play it, you start to realize what everything is. You realize you need keys in order to open up the Chaos Emerald Vault. You need to go do these little mini games in order to open up the map. You go to these portals and you go to a more traditional Sonic the Hedgehog type 3D level. By beating the level, you get keys to open the Chaos Emerald. You have to help your friends by getting these hearts in order to save like Amy or some of your other friends. So once you actually get the formula down, the game becomes very, very addicting.
Are you really still playing that?
Because you want to be able to explore everything on this island and do everything at your disposal, and that is something that really appeals to me. It is like this open sandbox world where I can do anything whenever I want. I don't have to go on this linear path. I can go focus on just getting all these hearts if I want to, or if I want to keep playing these levels until I get an S rank, I have that ability to do that. I think the option of this open world really works well with Sonic Frontiers, and is something that I want to see Sega and the Sonic team expand on later on. My only negatives for this game is I've been hearing a lot of people kind of complaining about the voice acting and some of the graphics, like pop-ins in the background, and that stuff is all there. The voice acting is not the best when it comes to this game, but I'm not playing a Sonic game for the voice acting. The gameplay is the most important thing, and I think that's where they nailed it in this game. When I was playing the old school Sonic games on the Genesis back in the day, we weren't concerned with story. We were just worried about the gameplay, getting Sonic from one point to another point and finish the goal, defeat Robotnik, save the day, and that was pretty much it. So when it comes to the story of Frontiers, the voice acting doesn't bother me at all. The pop-ins, however, does kind of bother me, because even when I'm playing on my PC with all the settings maxed at the highest resolution, you still see some graphic problems. Like the rain looks kind of weird sometimes, there's pop-ins in the back, but nothing that I feel will take away from my enjoyment of the game. I know a lot of people bought this on the Xbox, PS5, and I talked to them, and all of them are kind of having the same experience with the pop-ins and the rain textures and all that. So I think it's just something that's wrong with the game that maybe they can patch later on. But overall, Sonic Frontiers was a massive surprise. It was a game that I was kind of looking side-eyes at, and I wasn't really expecting much. And when I actually got to play it and I understood what they were going for, and when I started figuring out how everything in this open world actually worked, I ended up really enjoying myself and have been having a great time playing this thing on the Steam Deck. So Sonic Frontiers, I highly recommend it if you're someone on the fence who doesn't really have faith in Sega to put a good Sonic game together. If you're someone who likes Sonic Adventures and likes those old school Sonic games, I think this is the game for you. I think this is the game that's going to get a lot of us old time fans back into the franchise, and I highly recommend it. So Sonic Adventures, I recommend it. Have you played it? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you for watching.